Welcome to Marketing Monday. I'm Paula Williams with ABCI, and every Monday we go online on Facebook Live just for a few minutes to talk about some of the most interesting questions that we've been asked over the previous week. And of course, you're welcome to ask us a question either by email, by phone, or using Facebook. So you're welcome to let us know you're here, give us a thumbs up, let us know that you're on the line, either during or after this production, and feel free to ask your questions in the comments section. So today's question comes from Bob, and Bob asks us, should I have, basically his business is expanding. We've known Bob for a while. His business is expanding, and he is wondering whether he should hire a marketing person or a salesperson to continue expanding his business, which would give him the best bang for the buck. And of course, it depends a lot on your business and a lot on the internal things that are going on. But I'm going to suggest that you hire a salesperson, and I'll give you 3 reasons for that. I know that sounds very strange coming from a marketing professional. Why would you have him hire a salesperson over a marketing person? But I'll give you some really good reasons for that. Sales and marketing really go hand in hand, and especially in the aviation industry, where we have a lot of really small companies. A lot of times the sales and marketing departments are kind of combined together, but usually people have a skill, one direction or the other, either as a salesperson or as a marketing person, more the nerdy type that runs the numbers and makes your marketing materials and other kinds of things. So the reason that I'm suggesting that you hire a salesperson, Bob, and anyone else who's in the same situation, is because a salesperson more directly represents your company toe-to-toe with customers. So, he actually gets in a room and essentially negotiates on your behalf with your customers. So that's something that is very personal. It's better if he has business cards from your company and is not just a hired gun. It also helps if he's got the inside knowledge of your company so that he's able to react quickly, to questions that come up, and to be really credible as being really knowledgeable about your company as only an insider can, right? That's thing number 1 is, the salesperson represents your company directly. Number 2 is that a great salesperson can help you determine where best to spend your marketing investments or your marketing resources. So a great salesperson, if he's working with you, is going to run into problems either because he doesn't have enough quality leads, and then you can devote some marketing resources to that, or perhaps because there isn't enough credibility building materials out there that he can use in the sales process, and he's going to say, we need a brochure that answers this question or solves this concern for customers. And he gets that experience by being toe-to-toe with prospective customers and figuring out what questions they ask, and really getting into that on a day-to-day basis. So that's thing number 2, is that a great salesperson can help you determine where to make those marketing investments. Reason number 3 that you want to hire a salesperson as opposed to a marketing person is because you want your salesperson interacting on a day-to-day basis inside your company with your customer service people, with your product development people, with the people who are making packaging decisions, people who are making decisions about which trade shows to go to. All of those kinds of things are internal decisions to your company, and having interaction with a salesperson who is on the hook to make sales really makes that a lot more, gives you a lot better information to make those decisions, right? Okay, so that's 3 reasons you want to hire a salesperson as opposed to a marketing person. To recap really quickly: 1, a salesperson more directly represents your company to your customers and needs to be able to negotiate on your behalf. Number 2, because a great salesperson can help you determine where your marketing investments will be the most valuable. And number 3, because you want that salesperson interacting on a day-to-day basis inside your company with your customer service people and the people who are making the executive decisions, right? Okay, and then there's a follow-up question that Bob asked, and that is, How about if we spend the cash on a marketing person and then hire a salesperson as a commission only? That way he gets to have his cake and eat it too. That is a good idea on paper. It looks really good because you only have the initial outlay for one person and you're getting the services of two. I'm going to tell you why that's a bad idea. First of all, commission-only salespeople are not usually what they're cracked up to be. If they're not getting paid a certain amount of money, a retainer or a draw, however you want to structure that, then you really don't have a whole lot of authority over them. You really don't have the means to ask them to be coming to meetings and to be contributing their information for the betterment of the company. A commission-only salesperson is really just kind of a hired gun. It usually doesn't end up being a very credible position. And a lot of people who are salespeople for multiple companies, there are some that are really, really good at it. Others have a hard time focusing, so that they're devoting the amount of time that you want them to your company and to learning your products and things, because there's always a ramp-up period before the salesperson starts making any money. Having some kind of a draw or some kind of a salary or some kind of a retainer is ideal. And the very best thing is to have that person as an employee so that he has those three advantages that we talked about earlier, right? Okay, so, we really do recommend, if you're going to only hire one person this year in the sales and or marketing department, hire a really great salesperson and then outsource some bits and pieces of marketing. If you need a brochure, do that. If you need content, do that. If you need search engine optimization to get more people to your website, get more leads, you can do that. But that is a lot easier to outsource than the actual sales man on the street or woman on the street, toe to toe, nose to nose with your customers role, right? Okay, so thank you for joining us. We'll be sending Bob our social media guide for aviation professionals, and we're really glad that you joined us for Marketing Monday. We'll see you next week.